Hey guys, it's me Arlene, Delicious Delights. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about salty perfumes. So salt is something that I use in my everyday life. I use it with my cooking, obviously. It just is something that brings out the flavor of whatever food you put it on. It enhances the flavor. It just makes things juicier and yummier, and to me it kind of takes dishes to another level. Like, have you ever had French fries without salt? For me, it like makes or breaks the dish. Like, without the salt, the French fries will suck, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure there are some of you guys that don't salt your fries or maybe don't use salt at all. But for me, I love it. I'm an over salter. I'm a salt addict, whatever you want to call it. So translating that into perfumery. Salt in perfumery, I find, also enhances a fragrance. It also brings out the juiciness of whatever floral or gourmand note or whatever you add it to. It does definitely add something. And I find that sometimes salt isn't that obvious, but you can kind of feel something in that fragrance where it just feels like it's elevated by something. So I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, I have chosen 10 fragrances here. Some of them are samples, some of them are bottles, some of them are cheapies, some expensive. I have like a whole range here. Also, some of them don't actually have the note of salt in them, but to my nose, it's like a salty fragrance on my skin. So yeah, let's get into this. I think I'm gonna go from least expensive to the most expensive. I'll also be sniffing along with you guys, so it's gonna probably be a long video, but it's not something I really want to rush through, you know what I mean? So let's begin with the first one here. This is probably one of the best budget fig fragrances out there. This is Sea Salt and Fig by Kindred Goods, which is from Old Navy. I'm not sure if this is discontinued. I have reviewed this, so if you guys want like an in-depth thing, I can leave any of the links that I talk about today. I'm sorry, any of the fragrances that I talk about today. If I've reviewed it, I'll leave it down there for you guys. So Sea Salt and Fig pretty much is what the name, oh my gosh, it's good. It's pretty much what the name is. It smells like fig with salt on top of it. It's fresh, clean. There's this wateriness in here, kind of aquatic, easy to wear, something that I would love to wear on a very, very hot day. The fig in here isn't super sweet like in Fico d'Amalfi, but yeah, the salt just really makes it like yummy. Maybe like you can picture yourself eating salty figs at the ocean, and then there's like this breeze around you, and it's a really hot day, but then there's also a nice breeze. And oh my gosh, this is wonderful. So I can't remember how much this was. I think it was like $12 or $13 Canadian, and it's fantastic. I really love it a lot. Okay, so the next one here is a fragrance from the house of Paco Rabanne. I have a sample here. It's called Olympia. This is one that is kind of a hit or a miss for me. When it's a miss, it's absolutely horrible. It smells like chemically musk and it just ruins the whole thing. But there have been times where I've worn this and it is the most gorgeous, watery, floral, salty vanilla scent, and it's really weird. I'm not really sure why it behaves so differently on me different times of the year or whenever. This is something that I've been testing for a long time, and you know, I just can't I can't get this fragrance or buy this fragrance if it's so hit and miss on me. But anyways, Olympia by Paco Rabanne. This is just the regular eau de parfum version. You guys know what the bottle looks like. Out of the ones that I've tried from Olympia, I think this is probably my favorite, even though it doesn't work for me all the time. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. In the opening, it's very, very sweet. You get this very sweet vanilla with some like aquatic-y, aquatic-y, that's not a word, aquatic, watery feel to it, watery florals, vanilla. And when I smell this, if I didn't know that there was salt in the notes, I wouldn't really notice it. However, I can feel something. Maybe it's that aquatic thing in here that makes me think of salt, and it's gorgeous. The dry down of this is gorgeous when it works on my skin. Yeah, very, very nice. Beachy, floral, clean, crisp, and very, very elegant, I think, for sure. So Olympia, Paco Rabanne. Next up, we have 3 fragrances here. They're from the same collection though. We have from the house of Hermes, Eau de Merveille Blue, and also L'Ombre de Merveille, and also L'Ombre de Merveille. So we have all of these ones. These ones, I checked the notes. There's no salt in any of these fragrances. There's no salt listed in the notes. However, on my skin, they definitely have this salty marine-like feel to it. So let me just get this on a test strip. Eau de Merveille Blue is probably my favorite aquatic scent, you guys. Wow, it's very sparkling and clean and fresh. And it reminds me of taking a dip into the ocean and then smelling my skin, and then there's that salty seawater still on me. There's a little bit of smokiness in here, which is something that I find super interesting, where you have that brightness and that fresh, sparkling ocean water, aquatic feel, but in the base of this fragrance, there's something heavier and smoky, maybe a little bit incensey. And I just love that contrast. This is fantastic, you guys. I don't think it's for everyone, because sometimes on my skin, I do get a little bit of a metallic kind of scent, but it's the kind of metallic that actually smells really good on me. Normally, I don't like metallic notes, but I don't know what they've done with this one, but the metallic-iness of the fragrance works really well. So, and definitely it has it definitely has this salty vibe in here that I just can't ignore. Maybe there's some like ambergris in here too, even though I don't think it's in the notes. But yeah, it's fantastic. I love this. Eau de Merveille Blue by Hermes. Oof. L'Ombre de Merveille. Quickly, it kind of has this salty, I'm not going to spray this one, but it does have this salty thing going on. I just wanted to emphasize on the saltiness in this one, but there's definitely some saltiness going on in these two. Not as obvious, but I do get that salty note or accord or whatever it is they use in here. It also these two. Okay, so next up we have a fragrance from the house of Cheyenne Blue. This is Salt Caramel. Very self-explanatory. This one I didn't like at first when I first tried it. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's like so realistic, creamy, thick, warm, salted caramel. That's all it is. I'm literally just picturing a pot full of like Werther's Originals and then dumping some salt in that pot and then warming it up into this really thick caramel paste almost. That is so thick that it's hard to like mix it around with a big spoon. So salt caramel is a delicious salted caramel scent. It's super simple and yummy, and oh my gosh, it's making my mouth water. Seriously, I love this one so much. I do prefer to wear this one in cooler weather, but oh my gosh, when I just smelled it again, it's been a while since I've smelled it or worn it. It's fantastic. It's a lovely scent. So Salt Caramel by Cheyenne Blue. So we have some more niche-y kind of fragrances. This one is from the House of Clean, and it's from their Reserve collection, so Clean Reserve. And this is called, This is called Clean Reserve Rain Reserve Blend. Kind of a long name. So this one, I got it as part of a sample set that I picked up at, I think it was Winners or Marshalls. And I haven't really talked about this house at all yet on my channel. But out of this collection, I think this is probably my favorite, the Rain Reserve Blend. Yeah. I don't think that there are salt. I don't think that salt is in the notes with this one. But yeah, when I smell it, I'm thinking of literally walking through a forest and there was like rain coming down really hard. And the rain is mixing in with the forest floor. So there's like flowers and soil and grass and everything like that. It's just a very realistic rainy scent. And the rain, of course, has like this saltiness, especially when it hits your skin. I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but when I was a kid, I was curious about what rain tasted like. And so, I don't know, I must have been like 5 or 6 years old, and I actually took a cup and stuck it out into the air, and then some water went into it, some rain, and then I drank it. And it was this really strange, well, I don't know if it's strange. It tasted like water, but there was like this weird, dirty saltiness to it. That really reminds me of this one. It is kind of like a dirty, salty scent, but it's also sweetened with some watery florals and I think some like earthy soil or something green slash soil, and it's wonderful. Yeah, Rain Reserve Blend. Yeah, I like this. It's so natural to me and very realistic, and I really like that. And the taste of salty water is what this smells like to me. Okay. Next up, we have a fragrance from the house of Parfumerie Generale. This one actually belongs to my husband, but I wear it sometimes as well. This is Bois Naufrage. I don't know if I'm saying that right, 16.1. So this one is also a fig fragrance. Oh, I love it. But the fig in here is not, it's not sweet. It's like a non-sweet, realistic fig fragrance, but then add some salt on the fig and then it brings out the flavor slightly. I mean, it brings up the flavor to a slight sweetness. Whereas without the salt, it was just like this dry, almost not so ripe fig. That's what this is. It's also extremely woody and creamy. So it has these gourmand it has this gourmand feel to it. But yeah, to me, it's basically an unsweetened fig fragrance with some very creamy woods, and it is perfect, you guys. There's also a greenness in here, so you can think of a fig leaf or like green leaves. I think there's also ambergris in here, if I remember correctly, which also does have this aquatic, salty vibe in it. It's very, very rich. It's just delicious, you guys. Very underrated, and if you have a chance to smell this one, I think that you would be pleasantly surprised. I really like it a lot. I like this one so much. Okay, we have 2 more to go, you guys. The second last one here is from the house of Dear Rose. This is Sympathy for the Sun. I just have a small travel size here. Let me get it out. See this. If it wants to come out, I don't know. Just bear with me. Okay. So Dear Rose, I think they changed their name now. I think it's Rose and Rose, if I'm not mistaken. But this is Sympathy for the Sun. I've gone through about half of it. This is gorgeous, you guys. Oh my gosh. I have talked about this on my channel before. but yeah, oh gosh, I love this. This is a salty floral scent. It's very sparkling. The florals in here are very creamy. I think the main note in here is peony. And now that I think of it, I should have mentioned this when I was doing my floral video. There was someone who asked me if I would choose my favorite peony scent. And I totally forgot. I should have mentioned this. But anyways, Sympathy for the Sun has this sparkling citrus, creamy floral saltiness. The citrus in here is kind of lemony and almost comes off as like a lemon cream. In the dry down of this, there's a little touch of powderiness, and it's just a really beautiful, soft, smooth, summery, light, salty floral scent. Very elegant, very cozy, and very, very underrated for sure. So that's Dear Rose, Sympathy for the Sun. Very, very interesting. I love that. Okay, finally, we're at the last one here. I just have a small sample of it, but it's probably the most popular one out of this bunch. It's a niche fragrance from the House of Creed, Silver Mountain Water, the most expensive one. Did I already mention that? But anyways, Silver Mountain Water is something that I'm pretty sure many of you have already tried or heard of at least. It's very, very popular. Oh gosh, it's fantastic. It is a salty citrus scent. It does give off these beautiful ocean, sea, marine vibes for sure. It's very, very unisex. I know it's popular with the men in fragrance community, but I definitely think women can also wear this. It's just very fresh and clean and crisp. It kind of reminds me of the beach again. There's a little bit of sweetness in here, probably coming from some type of fruit, but that's in the background. The main thing in here is a salty citrus, beachy vacation type of thing. So I don't know. I just pictured myself walking down the beach, hand in hand, like just at the shoreline. So you get like the waves coming at you very lightly on your feet, and you're kind of sinking into the sand a little bit, and that breeze coming in from the sea. Oh, it's lovely. I love this. It's one of my favorites from the House of Creed, Silver Mountain Water. Gosh, it's probably my second favorite. I think my first favorite is Virgin Island Water, and then my second favorite would be Silver Mountain Water. Yeah, I love this. Okay guys, so that was my salty video, 10 fragrances that I really enjoy that are salty, or they have salty notes, and some of them don't have salty notes. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this very, very long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any other recommendations for salty fragrances, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear that. I am kind of on this salty note kick, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.